Hey guys, welcome back. This is the remix. Hope you guys enjoy this video. This is an old video I made back in the day about house hacking. It's a very popular subject on the internet. I think it's definitely overdone, but you can't really be a YouTube personality and a real estate agent without doing a house hack video. So here we go. Hey guys, welcome back. And today we're going to be going over what house hacking is, how you can take advantage of it, my personal story in house hacking, and then lastly, why it is so important for you to know these things. All right, so let's jump right into it. So what is house hacking? House hacking basically means that you buy a house that is maybe a little too big for you. Maybe you're a single person or you're a couple that's just getting started out, and you buy like a 3 or 4 bedroom house and it's maybe $300,000. Now that $300,000 house might cost you $2,000, $2,200 a month, depending on how, like if you put 3-5% down, maybe more, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you're like, man, my apartment for just me and my partner was only $1,500. Now I'm spending $2,000 to $2,500 a month after bills and everything. I can't really afford that. But because you got a 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom house, maybe whatever, 3-bedroom house, you can rent out the other 2 or 3 rooms. So say for instance, you and your best friend, you get together and you say, hey, I'm going to put everything into this house. It's going to be a nice house. I'm not going to put a lot of renovations into it. That's a different thing. That's called a burst strategy, which we'll go to in a different video. But if you're just focusing on the house hacking, then your friends come and tour that property with you, and then everyone that's involved in the scenario is like, this home is in a great location. We love the way it looks, and it's going to be badass. We're going to have like a bunch of parties here. It's going to be a lot of fun. You sell them on the idea. And so then everyone pitches in. Now you could even do like a little turbocharged version of house hacking, and say for instance everyone is really excited about that exact house that you found, and you don't necessarily have all the money for a down payment, then you could actually get them to give you like 6 months worth of their rent or 3 months worth of their rent or whatever it is. You can have them loan you money and you can pay them back in some way or the other to help you with the down payment on the actual house. And so once you do that, then you go to a lender and you get approved for the home. Now, these people move in, and say for instance, you're in a really cool area, the house is really cool and renovated, and hypothetically speaking, you're just renting it out, all bills paid, for $500 per room. I think you can rent it out for way more than that, but just for the sake of doing math in this equation, let's just do $500. And so you're out, say for instance, $2,000 a month, and then you're renting out your 2 other rooms for $500 each, so $1,000 off. And so now you're paying $1,000 a month to live in this could be brand new home, but really a nice home in a really cool area with your friends. And the home consistently increases in value. Historically, over 100 years, has been about 3 to 4%. And so your home is increasing in value, just better than a lot of the stocks you can invest in. And at the same time, you have tax write-offs because you're renting out certain spaces. So if you know how to use the tax loopholes, you can write off the taxes as well. And lastly, you're going to be able to do the equity that's built in the home because of the other 2 people or 3 people living in the house. You can use that to help pay down your debt, and then you can refinance it later, which again we'll cover in a different video in the future because it's a little more advanced. So that's what house hacking generally is in a broad scope. Now, 2, how do you do it? And so, like I mentioned before in the previous one, is that you go and reach out to a lender. And it's a lot easier if you W-2. That basically means you're an employee. W-2 means you work twice as hard. I'm a 1099, and so it's twice as hard to get approved for a loan. But if you are a W-2, then you can, a lot of people that are teachers, people that are police people that are making $30,000, $40,000 a year, often just by that salary alone, they can get approved for $200,000, $250,000 house just by themselves. Again, say for instance you're with a partner, you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, then you guys can go in on the loan together and you can combine your incomes. Now, surprisingly, just because of all the things that are happening right now with, you can check out my Dallas real estate news updates, but a lot of the stuff that's happening with the feds and then lending practices are getting a lot looser. Scary so, but they're getting a lot looser with who they're willing to lend to. Sometimes you can even get approved for a loan that if you don't have any credit at all, and I mean no credit. And so there's all sorts of loan and lending models out there. So the first step is that you just get to a lender. And the lender is going to pre-approve you for a loan. And that's basically you just filling out a basic amount of questions, and then that lender telling you, based on what you told me, based on the amount of debt that you have, I'm going to qualify you off the top of my head, just running the basic numbers for, let's say for instance, $250,000, $300,000. Well, they're not going to give you a range. You're going to say $300,000. And so now you say, I have $300,000 to play with. And you can start with just buying the house by yourself, or with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or you can go in it with your friends, just like we mentioned in the beginning of this video. So once you do that, now you can go with a real estate agent and you start looking for homes that fit that model. A really, really baller way to do it, if you're a single person and you just really don't mind having people in your space and really being uncomfortable for a little bit of time, there's a mentality basically is that I'm going to live uncomfortably for a few years of my life so I can live comfortably for the rest of my life. So if you're one of those people who are willing to self-sacrifice right now for the short term, for long-term gains, then a really cool method to house hack is if you find a house that's beautiful on the inside, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, but they have what's called an ADU, or what's called a mother-in-law suite. And so it's basically like a tiny house in the backyard, and then you can live in that tiny house. And a lot of times it's going to only have like a bedroom and a bathroom. It's not going to have a kitchen, or it's going to have a bedroom and a kitchen, not a bathroom, something like that. It's never going to be perfect. But as long as you're able to basically make a little bit of sacrifices to come into the house to wash your laundry, or to come into the house to cook some food or something like that, then what you could do is you can list your entire house, the 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house, whatever it is, it's already been renovated, on Airbnb, kind of like what I did, which I'll get into in a second. And then once you do that, now you get much higher output than individual rooms on Airbnb. Or if you're trying to rent out individual rooms to your friends, typically all bills paid is going to be the lowest amount of profitability you can do. But at the same time, you're living with your friends, which if you're a college kid, oh my God, you better do this. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. So that's what I would recommend if you want to turbocharge your house hacking. Live in the backyard in the small ADU / mother-in-law suite, and rent out the entire house on something like Airbnb. So if you want to learn more about house hacking, make sure to check out my website at SeanRayRealty.com. Also, I have an Instagram at SeanRayRealty.com as well. I have many videos on there breaking down about my past investments, and it's kind of even some walkthroughs of some of my investment properties. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope this video has some value in your life. If you truly understood how to do this can get you out of renting, and it can be the first step to your early retirement, because that's really what I'm about here on this channel. And this real estate investing section of this channel is kind of my passion project. I really want to see how many of you I get to retire through this education I'm putting out here for free. I have no training. I never will have a training course. You'll never have to pay for any of this stuff. I really just am going to live for the likes and the comments on people that give me some positive feedback on this information. When did you start your first house hacking situation? How has it been going for you? And then from there, let's share some positive success stories. If you have any other questions, if you want me to go into more detail about anything I mentioned in this video, I need more content ideas, so feel free to put it in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to explore those in a future video. All right, thank you guys so much, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Well, did you learn anything new? Probably not. If you guys have ever seen a house hacking video, they're all the same. So whatever. Next thing, I'm going to teach you about this thing called BRRRR. Oh wait, no, you probably know what that is too. Whatever, we'll just skip that one. We'll move on. Next video. Like and subscribe.